How you doing? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
State your name, please.
Odea Mack.
How you doing, Odea Mack? I'm going to be asking you some questions about social distancing and COVID-19 and some ways that you feel like is a good social distance. There's a few questions, maybe 6 questions. First question is, why do you feel like it is important to social distance?
It's important to social distance because you can spread the virus through touching surfaces, and we don't need everyone on the planet to be, dead or have corona. There's no cure for it.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
State your name, please.
Malaysia. McNeil.
Okay, how you doing? I'm going to ask you a few questions about COVID-19 and social distancing.
Okay.
Why is it important to social distance?
It's important to social distance because, one, you don't know if you're sick or not because symptoms don't show. It takes like at least 14 days. And 2, because you don't want to get nobody else sick. Like parents and grandparents are very more at high risk, so you don't want to spread it any worse and you don't want to get it yourself.
I'm going to be asking you a few questions about social distancing and the COVID-19.
Okay.
Okay, first question is, why is it important to social distance?
It's important in social distance because the COVID-19 is spread from person to person when you're around each other, so it's best to isolate yourself and try to get it from around people and wear a mask and stuff.
Do you feel like the precautions you are taking are keeping you safe?
Yes, I wear a mask, I keep 6 feet, and I stay in my home.
Okay. Do you think that the precautions that you are taking are enough to keep you safe?
Yeah. I stay 6 feet, I wear my mask, and I sanitize. And even though some people don't think it works, I drink tea.
Do you think the precautions you are taking in your life is enough to keep you safe?
Yes, I do, because I wear masks, I clean my hands every time I sanitize, I make sure I wear gloves, I stay in the house, I stay from people.
Okay. Give me one shocking fact that you heard about COVID-19.
One shocking fact is if you have asthma, it's easier for you to get the virus.
Okay. What is one of the most shocking facts you heard about COVID-19?
Honestly, really that it can be in your system up to like 14 days and you really wouldn't even know that you have it.
What is the most shocking fact that you heard about COVID-19?
That it could spread without even having symptoms. I didn't know.
How many cases do you feel like is still active in New York City right now?
I feel like it's half of the population.
How many cases do you think is still active in New York City as of now?
I would say about at least 1,000.
Okay. How many cases do you think are still active in New York City right now?
Probably still a few thousand, even though it was a big high range before.
Yeah. Has this pandemic affected you and your family anyway?
Yes, I lost 2 family members, and some of my family lost their jobs, some didn't. So those that didn't lose their jobs, they have to work extra hard for those who stay home.
Has this pandemic affected you and your family?
Yeah, in a few ways. You can't go where you want to go at the times that you want to go. Places that you want to go is not open. And it's just hard for people to work right now, so.
Has this pandemic affected you and your family in any way?
Actually, my brothers, my older brothers that don't live with me, they caught it. And their whole house caught it, but not me.
Do you feel like the COVID-19 affected you directly in your living situation?
No, not necessarily, and I'm blessed for that. I still have a job. My parents still have a job.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Have you lost a loved one or a close friend to COVID-19?
Yeah, I lost my grandmom, and it just made me know that COVID-19 is real and it's killing people.
Have you lost anyone or any friends or anyone in your family to COVID-19?
No, but some of my friends have lost loved ones to the COVID-19, so I know it's serious.
One fact is race or ethnicity has nothing to do with COVID-19.
It is important to social distance because COVID-19 is spread from person to person. Also, elderly are at higher risk than any other person.
The virus can be spread without symptoms.
Drinking hot water or hot water with lemon does not stop COVID-19.
Not everyone may take the precautions that you take to keep safe, such as sanitizing, wearing masks, wearing gloves, so you don't know when or where you can contract COVID-19.
Antibiotics do not cure viruses.
Now that COVID-19 is slowing down and the city is opening back up, if you do not have to go outside, don't go. If you do, wear a mask.
So you really should social distance. 6 feet.